What's going on, everyone? Raptor Rising here, finally with information for Gray Zone Warfare 0.4. This update is going to change the game and experience a brand new everything. Stick around to the end of the video. I have a lot to cover and I'll make it as concise as possible. Be sure to ask any questions you have in the comments below. Let's get to it. There is a lot to unpack there, and I'm going to do my best to cover it. So they've reworked the task system now, and tasks will have more information on the map to make it a little bit easier to understand what you're looking for. You can see here on that tactical map the different information there. Some of it's going to be pretty familiar, but as you get into it, you can actually see different information. Like here is an attachment that shows you kind of what you're looking at. So good info. As far as the vendors go, you can look forward to a rebalance of all ammos, a rebalance of weapon parts and containers. The vendors will have different things available to sell and a lot more variety of them. One thing to note though is, and Mara referred to this a lot, their M995, which is an AP round for 5.56. He talked about introducing durability burn into the weapons for using higher grade ammo. Your basic low level guns are not going to be able to handle the really hot stuff, so you're going to want the Daniel Defense rifles to handle M995 and other really hot rounds. And they will burn their durability a lot faster. In addition to the durability burn, you're also going to see a bigger impact with the ergonomics trait that you get in guns. So having those attachments that really enhance durability and ergonomics specifically are going to make a much bigger impact. You're going to notice that the guns will have a different sway, a different feel. They're going to feel a lot more alive. And additionally, like you saw a very quick teaser of it in the video at the beginning of it, jumping is going to be enhanced now. You can see that there's going to be different levels of jumping, and it's going to depend on if you started sprinting or how much you weigh, and all sorts of other things will play a factor, but jumping has been greatly improved. Just take a look at this. Very cool. Further enhancements to the sprinting system have been implemented. Here you'll be able to see a standard sprint, which you'll be able to carry much longer, and then a fast sprint, a tactical sprint if you will, that'll help you go faster from point to point. But really important to note that different sprint speeds now will affect it. And here you can see slower sprint, and there's your tactical sprint. Help you move around a little bit more efficiently around the map. The lore in 0.4 is also greatly expanded. We're going to be seeing new factions and enhancements to the older factions like the Lomong Liberation Army and the regular army as well. So let's take a look at some of those right now. Alright, let's take a look at these bosses. All in all, there are going to be 12 new guns that these bosses have. They're unique items. You can see that these bosses are all their own unique characters. They're very, very different looking than the rest of the AI assets. They look phenomenal. You can tell each one of them has their own different story, and this really enhances the lore and the different types of things you're going to encounter throughout Lomang. Really increases the immersion as well. Lost weapons will be unlocked through a task after you defeat the boss, and you'll be able to finish that task, and those weapons will be purchasable through the vendors. Alright, next aspect that we wanted to talk about was the AI injury system. So one of the biggest things that we hear about with Gray Zone Warfare is how it's hard to tell what kind of damage you're delivering to the AI. So the dev team has completely enhanced the way that feedback is provided to you as you're giving hits. Fatal or very significant damage hits will cause the AI to react dramatically, as you can see. Here's some real-world examples of that. You can see it's critical hits, delivering significant trauma. The AI is reacting as you would expect. Significantly better feedback as you're delivering strong hits on these guys. Yeah, let's talk about some of the new equipment you're going to see. Magnifiers, flip to side magnifiers. Looking really good. And spotting scopes, of course, very nice. And now let's take a look at some of the new guns. We have the M1A or M14 in all of its customizable glory. Here you can see some of the different attachments that it has and the different effects that you can get with it. It looks really good. And the Logo Alien. Interesting choice for Gray Zone Warfare, but should be really cool. See these guys going ham in the new shooting range. And the Logo Alien appears to shoot very flat. Like I mentioned earlier, along with the new weapons and gear, there will be new weapon attachments and different types of equipment. There's going to be new vests, new bags, new rigs. All of those things will be balanced and available through the vendors, of course. And while we're on the topic of vendor changes, the vendors are going to sell those items, and depending on tasks that you do out in the wild, you can actually get discounts on certain items as you're progressing through. So you're going to have your basic tasks, and then you're going to have tasks that are going to be called something like contracts. Now contracts will be something like, oh, go collect 3 bottles of whiskey for Gunny and bring it back to him, and then he'll give you a fat discount on it. So that'll help with the grindy stuff and help expand the gameplay loop. Oh, I just died. Oh well, let's try again. And once you finally finish grinding out all the tasks, you can actually replay them. So you'll be able to enjoy going back and redoing missions. And I believe you'll still get rewards for them, but they'll be lesser and lesser as you redo them and continue redoing them. Additionally, and this one's probably going to get a little bit of negative feedback, quests or tasks that you fail will become unavailable to you for some time after you fail them. It's kind of a punishment for not successfully completing the task. So make sure that when you guys set out for a task, you are ready for it and you're taking it seriously, because there will be some significant consequences for not coming through. And speaking of dying and failing, the tasks are now going to be tracked, and you'll have actually 500 different stats that will be followed through your career as a PMC in LeMay. Lots of different things, including kill-death ratio, number of boxes opened, tasks completed, all sorts of crazy statistics like that will be tracked, and you'll be able to keep track of what you've done and what you need to do still. Kind of cool. Couple of other pieces of gear that I forgot to mention you'll be getting. There will be new night vision goggles available, and they're reworking the helmets, so the helmets will have different and new armor levels. Not all of them, but some of them will be a little bit more rebalanced and better, which is good news and encouraging. And the last thing they're taking a look at for gear is active headsets. Active headsets are being reworked completely to provide you a better spatial awareness, which is what they should actually do. So that'll be a very positive change for the game as well. Headsets should be pretty worth it now. Another cool quality of life feature that they're adding is the ability to kick locked doors. If they are standard wooden doors, like that, you should be able to kick them in. Now, if they're reinforced doors, you're not going to be able to kick them down. You'll have to find the key anyway. Intel items are greatly enhanced in the world. You can see here the detail that's inside of them. They're a lot more immersive as well, and should help point clues and directions toward more of the deep lore of the game. So very interesting updates there. Now, I already showed off the new bosses, but the factions have been updated as well. So just a quick breeze through here. Just look at the detail of all the new guys you'll be fighting in the different factions. Again, very differentiated, distinguished, and you can tell who you're fighting and what kind of equipment they're going to be carrying. Take a look at the Lamang Army soldiers. They look sick. That's about most of the tidbits that I have for you with 0.4. As you can see, the devs have been cooking for a really long time. So you're probably asking yourself, well, Raptor, so what's next? Well, when are we going to hear more? Well, they're going to do the standard thing where they do the 3 devlogs. We'll have more info on that soon. I don't know exactly when. Hopefully not too much longer, but you can look forward to definitely hearing more from Madfinger as well as myself as soon as I get word of when I can talk about more stuff. You'll be hearing it first here on my channel. And the last really cool thing I have to tell you guys is if you are a supporter, if you own the supporter edition of Gray Zone Warfare, you will have early access to 0.4 to be able to test it out and help Madfinger, and your progression will carry over to the main patch, which I think is really freaking cool. Alright, that's going to do it for 0.4 and all the news that I have to cover right now. Definitely looking forward to it. Madfinger has cooked, making the ultimate version of an open world tactical shooter. This looks really, really good. I do hope that you guys enjoyed the video. Please consider leaving a like and a subscribe if you want to hear more information about Gray Zone Warfare. I'll definitely be covering that in the channel. Can't wait for 0.4. And I'll leave you guys with this video. Be sure to drop any questions you have down in the comments. Thanks for watching, everyone. Raptor out.